Your name?
My name is Mark Camel.
Age?
I'm 17.
School?
I go to Morristown Bayard School.
A sentence or two on how you describe yourself.
I like to think I'm a very creative and positive person, but in reality, I'm really just one of those people that other people don't like to look at because I make them feel uncomfortable.
What would you say is your most prominent interest or hobby you like to do in your free time?
I am a filmmaker by trade.
What kind of things do you do normally when you involving filming?
We have done, we being my friends and I, have done a lot of comedy, action. We started to branch out into drama and horror as well, but we do basically all sorts of different film type genres.
How often do you go about filming?
For a while it was on a weekly basis. Now we do more bigger projects on a less weekly basis.
Okay, what do you think originally inspired your interest in filming?
The interest came from early in life when my dad bought me a camera and I was like, oh, I'm going to film myself like running around in the yard and being weird. And then I didn't really do anything with that. And then later I watched Monty Python's Flying Circus and I was like, I should make comedy.
What was probably one of the first things you've ever filmed?
I mean, originally, I think the first big thing I ever did, I was about probably around 8 or 9 years old. I filmed myself jumping off my swing in my backyard like 100 times and then set it to Believe by The Bravery. And I was really, really proud of that. To this day, I'm very proud of that film. It's my best work.
How would you say this affects your everyday life?
The swing.
No, not the swing. How would you say filmmaking has affected your everyday life?
Filmmaking, I started off as really just like a fun hobby, but it's sort of evolved into an actual career path for me, which is definitely part of my everyday life because I'm going to be going to college for film. And
is there a specific aspect of filming you want to get into?
In college, I'd definitely like to study more of the writing and production aspect as opposed to acting and editing. I've done a lot of editing myself, so I'm already at a level that I'm pretty happy with, for, high school and college type stuff.
What role, if any, does your school play in filming at all?
Up until this year, really just, the friends that I help, or the friends that help me out with filming are mostly from my school. But this year I've actually been taking part in a film class, which is actually, I'm way more advanced than that class, so I actually do end up teaching a lot, which is nice. I've also done a couple of projects, filmed some like school events and things.
What kind of things have you filmed there for your school events?
Most recently I filmed one of the plays and a school concert.
How would you say this hobby of filmmaking sets you apart from other people?
Well, a lot of people don't make films. However, I do. I mean, some people make those like stupid little Vine things on their phones, but I'd say that it's a pretty unique hobby because there's a lot of people who write, but I've taken that writing hobby to a different level with making actual films.
What are some of your future plans involving filming?
I'm going to be the next James Cameron. No, actually. I hope to one day, be able to support myself off of making films because it's something I love to do and that would be awesome.
This originally started with a probing question, which was, how does interest and hobbies set people apart from each other, and what influences these interests and hobbies? What would your answer be to that?
I think that our hobbies and interests define us as people, and I think that without these, we wouldn't have traits that set us apart. I think that interests and hobbies, set us apart and give us a path that we can take apart from other people that eventually improves the world that we live in.